heart of the great forest, where tall trees intertwined and birds sang melodious tunes, lived a brave lion named Simba. Simba had a golden, shiny fur and bright eyes that reflected his wisdom and courage. Thanks to his strength and fairness, Simba became the king of the forest, ruling it with love and care for all the animals. Simba's palace was located in the center of the forest, surrounded by thick trees and colorful flowers. Every morning, Simba would wake up with the sunrise and start his day by wandering through his kingdom, checking on the animals, and helping those in need. All the animals respected and appreciated him because he always listened to their problems and sought fair solutions. One day, while Simba was enjoying breakfast with his close friends, the wise elephant Nunu, the graceful giraffe Layla, and the singing bird Toto, an urgent message arrived from one of the animals. The message carried strange and worrying news. A new tiger named Shahab has appeared in the forest, and it seems he has some bad intentions. After reading the message, Simba felt anxious and tense. He decided to ask his friends for their opinions on the matter. Nunu said, "We need to be careful, Simba. Shahab might be a cunning tiger." Layla added, "Yes, we should understand his intentions before making any decisions." Toto agreed, saying, "Let's go and talk to him. There might be a misunderstanding." Based on his friend's advice, Simba decided to meet Shahab personally to understand his intentions. Simba prepared for the encounter and asked Nunu, Layla, and Toto to accompany him on this journey. The four friends set off on a new adventure, heading towards the place where Shahab was first spotted. Along the way, thoughts swirled in Simba's mind. He wondered why Shahab had come to the forest and whether his intentions were truly bad as rumored. He hoped to resolve the matter peacefully and without conflict. The friends finally reached the place mentioned in the message. There were large tiger paw prints leading them deeper into the forest. They followed the tracks until they reached an open area filled with massive trees. There, they saw Shahab sitting on a high rock, watching the forest with sharp eyes. Simba cautiously approached Shahab and said in a calm but firm voice, "Hello, Shahab. I heard you are new to this forest, and I would like to know what brought you here." Shahab looked at Simba with a sly smile and said, "I have come to be the new king of this forest, and I believe I will be better than you, Simba." Simba was taken aback by Shahab's boldness, but remained calm. He said, "Every animal has the right to be part of this forest, but leadership requires wisdom, courage, and fairness. Let's talk and understand your intentions better." And so began the tale of Simba and Shahab, where Simba had to prove once again that he was the true king deserving of leading this forest. After their initial conversation, Simba returned to his palace, surrounded by his loyal friends. Thoughts about what Shahab had said and how his presence might affect the peace of the forest swirled in Simba's mind. In the following days, Simba started to closely monitor Shahab's movements, trying to understand his true intentions. Meanwhile, Shahab roamed the forest, spreading lies among the animals. Doubt began to creep into the hearts of some animals, and they started to question whether Simba was the right leader. Shahab was clever and skilled in the art of persuasion, knowing how to exploit the animals' fears to sow discord. One day, Shahab gathered a group of animals in a hidden spot in the forest. He said, "I know you are facing some problems here in the forest, and I am confident that I can solve them better than Simba. I have seen how he governs, and I think it's time for a change in leadership. Some animals listened to Shahab and began to feel anxious and doubtful, but there were those who did not believe his lies and decided to inform Simba about what was happening. Among these loyal friends were the giraffe Layla, the elephant Nunu, and the bird Toto. They hurried to Simba's palace to warn him about Shahab's schemes. When they arrived at the palace, Simba greeted them with a warm smile, but he noticed the concern in their eyes. Nunu said, "Simba, we discovered that Shahab is spreading lies among the animals, trying to convince them that you are not a good leader." Simba replied firmly, "I expected him to try something like this. We need to be cautious and handle this situation wisely." Layla suggested, "What if we hold a big meeting for all the animals in the forest and give them a chance to hear the truth? This could be an opportunity to clarify things and restore trust." Simba agreed with the idea, and they began planning the meeting. Thanks to his speed and ability to fly, Toto invited all the animals, informing them of the date and place. There was a sense of anticipation and tension among the animals as they awaited the outcome. On the day of the meeting, the animals gathered in an open area in the forest. There were donkeys, zebras, deer, monkeys, and many other animals. Simba stood on a high platform and addressed everyone. Simba said, "Dear friends, I have heard that there are some doubts about my leadership of this forest. I want to be honest with you. I have always tried to govern with fairness and wisdom, and to be a leader who protects everyone. If there are any problems or concerns, I am here to listen and resolve them." Then he pointed to Shahab and said, "And you, Shahab, if you think you can lead better, I am ready to listen to you as well. Let us know what makes you believe that." Shahab confidently stepped forward and said loudly, "I think I can provide better solutions to the forest's problems. I have new ideas and believe I can improve things here." The animals listened to Shahab's words, but felt confused. They knew Simba had always been a fair leader, but they were also intrigued by Shahab's enticing words. After Shahab finished speaking, Simba decided to offer a fair challenge. He said, "If you believe you can lead, let us organize a fair competition. The competition will test courage, wisdom, and justice. Whoever wins will be the king." Shahab immediately agreed, and the competition date was set. The animals were excited and eager, knowing that this competition would determine the forest's fate. Preparations for the competition began, and everyone worked hard to ensure it was fair and just. There were 3 main tests. The first was a test of courage, where the competitors would face dangerous challenges in the forest. The second was a test of wisdom, where they would answer difficult questions about the forest's life and problems. The third was a test of justice, where they would judge disputes among the animals. Simba prepared earnestly for the competition, while Shahab planned to win by any means necessary. Simba felt confident thanks to the support of his friends and his deep love for the forest and the animals he ruled. Finally, the competition day approached, and the forest was filled with anticipation and excitement to see who would be the true king. The long-awaited competition day arrived, and the entire forest was buzzing with anticipation and tension. Animals from all corners of the forest gathered in the large clearing where the competition would take place. The air was filled with the murmur of animals, discussing the upcoming challenges and speculating on who would emerge victorious. Simba and Shahab stood in the center of the clearing, surrounded by the animals that had come to witness the event. Simba appeared calm and confident, while Shahab exuded an air of overconfidence and a sly grin. The wise elephant Nunu stepped forward to serve as the judge for the competition and announced the start of the first test, the test of courage. Every step making it a true test of bravery. Shahab went first, attempting to cross the bridge quickly, but he lost his balance and nearly fell. He managed to cross with great difficulty, but he showed signs of hesitation and fear. Next, it was Simba's turn. He stepped onto the bridge slowly and steadily, using his strength and focus to maintain his balance. Simba crossed the bridge successfully and without any hesitation, impressing the animals and reaffirming his genuine courage. The second test, wisdom. After the courage test, Nunu announced the start of the second test, the test of wisdom. He said, "In this test, the competitors must answer difficult questions about the forest's life and problems. Whoever answers the questions correctly and quickly will earn the points." The questions were varied and complex, covering topics such as environmental balance, relationships between animals, and conflict resolution. Shahab tried to answer quickly, but he made several mistakes. He lacked the deep knowledge needed to be a wise leader. As for Simba, he answered the questions with precision and confidence. He knew all the details of forest life, how to maintain natural balance, and how to resolve conflicts wisely and without violence. Once again, Simba proved that he possessed the wisdom and knowledge necessary for leadership. The third test, justice. Finally, it was time for the third and final test, the test of justice. Nunu said, "In this test, the competitors will be asked to judge disputes between animals. Whoever demonstrates the ability to make fair and just decisions will earn the final points." 3 real disputes between animals were presented, and Simba and Shahab had to listen to the different parties and render their judgments. In the first dispute, there was a conflict between the giraffe Layla